And in fact, let's focus on one of the stocks that are doing quite well in today's trading session. We're talking about PVR. We have Mr. Ajay Bijli, the CMD, who joins us currently. Hi, Ajay. Thanks so much for joining in today. First of all, congratulations on a fantastic performance. Top line has ballooned up, 30% plus. Could you give us some details? Your occupancy, your average ticket price, spending per head.
Well, it's been a fabulous quarter. I mean, most of the movies that got released, they weren't even such blockbuster films. You had movies like Tannu Veds Manu, you had Piku, we had ABCD 2. So if you look at the lineup of movies, they weren't blockbusters, but yet there was a momentum of people coming in and watching movies. Even Hollywood films like Fast and the Furious, Avengers 2, and also another Hindi film, Dil Dhadakne Do. So they were all average films, but they all performed very well. The ATP, the average ticket price, went up by 4%. Our overall occupancy, which was 32% last year, has gone up to 38%, up by 6%. But on a consolidated basis, if you look at it, we're very happy with our EBITDA. We were at about 55 crores last year. We had 113 crores this year. Our margin has improved to about 23% this year, which was 15% last year. And even PAT has gone up by close to 700%. It was 7 crores last year. It is about 58 crores this year. So I think overall there's a momentum of people, coming back to the cinemas, wanting to watch movies, getting entertained, and which comes very naturally to most of the Indian consumers.
Ajay, 23% margins, are they sustainable, or is it just a fabulous quarter?
Well, if you look at the lineup and some of the things that we have done, it looks like the next two quarters are also looking very good. The lineup is very good, and as I said, the way we have made our circuit in certain locations, we've been controlling our costs, both on rental terms, all operating expenditures. I think the next two quarters at least are looking very good.
All right, Ajay, also I didn't get one particular number. I've got your average ticket price, but what about the spending per head? What does that number come in at? And on a year-on-year basis, could you give us a comparison as well?
Spend per head on F&B was about 64 rupees last year. That's gone up to 75 rupees.
75, all right.
Yeah.
Ajay, I just want to talk about sort of broader business plans for the remainder of this year as well. There's a lot that's been happening. You've acquired the DT Cinemas from the DLF group, and I believe you've also got shareholder approval for a private equity placement. Just in terms of fresh money raising, fresh spending and investing in the business, what lies ahead in the coming months?
Well, DT acquisition, I mean, these numbers don't reflect the DT acquisition.
That's right,
that's going to happen after we get our CCI approval. But we had already decided to raise the money for the acquisition. So that happened today by the board. It got approved. But other than that, the way the year is looking, all the accruals that we will get will take care of our organic growth. So even if we don't add DT, we're looking at adding about 72 screens this year. And the good thing is that most of the screens are happening in the southern region, in Chennai, Mysore, Bangalore, which is where the movie-going consumption is also very high. So even if we don't add DT, about 530 or 540 odd screens is what we will end up with by the end of this financial year.
So in terms of fundraising requirement, where does that leave you for the DT deal separately? Of course, that's an ongoing process, and even otherwise for your organic expansion, are you looking at raising any more capital this year?
No, there's no need, because the accruals are good enough. We're adding about 70 screens. And that is something that gets taken care of with our cash flow accruals every year.
All right, Ajay, one final question before we let you go. I was taking note of that point. You said we didn't have any big blockbuster film release, and these are the numbers we get. Now, I'm guessing the second quarter we have a couple of blockbuster releases. So how good are these numbers going to get in the second quarter? And could you give us some guidance for the financial year as well?
I think second quarter is looking very good. It started off with Bahubali, which is not supposed to be an all-India blockbuster, more a regional blockbuster, but the dubbed version also has done very well. Then we've had Salman's movie, and we've had record occupancies. Then we're getting another movie called Brothers. So lots of movies coming this year, this quarter as well. So the way things are going, this quarter is looking pretty similar to the first quarter. Even third quarter, we got some blockbuster movies of Sanjay Leela Bhansali, Shah Rukh Khan.
Right.
So I think first 3 quarters are looking pretty similar.
Right.
Fourth always takes a dip because of exams and IPL.
All right, Ajay, give us some guidance, give us some numbers for this financial year. What's the growth going to be?
Numbers are difficult to give. Numbers are difficult
20,
to give
25%.
because we don't know what's going to happen on the first quarter.
For the financial year?
I mean, you know, this year itself, the first quarter itself has gone up by 25%.
Correct.
So one can do some extrapolation, but as I said, fourth quarter is always very unpredictable.
All right, Ajay, we'll leave it on that note. Thanks for joining in. Good luck with those business plans. On that note, let's take a quick break.